This is Eric Moab with Moab.com, June 2nd, 2021. Let's take a look at US markets here. We can see here close to midday, and I wanted to discuss as a follow-up to a video I did earlier. We'll take a look at the charts for Ethereum and BTC. Again, as a follow-up to a video I did this morning where they were showing potential for breakout. I want to discuss now the opposite. This is now the 4 hourly on all of these charts, and this is BTC on the 4 hourly as of this very moment. So what we're going to do, let's do some exercise here. We're going to come and figure out where we broke down off the high right there for BTC. And what we see is that the RSI broke down right there. All right, that's good enough information to give us a starting point. So what we're going to do is use my uniformity concept, and I'm going to extend it out. Let's just draw it something like that. Something like that. And just want to show you how this has been relevant in the market so we can understand what I'm trying to point out here. So this has been where BTC has been reversing on the 4 hourly. Okay, now we're going to adjust this ever so slightly. It's okay, it's going to make sense. So now we take this other break, which took place sometime last month, which is off the highs there. So now the blue line can also be used as the other level, and I'll just draw it a search, and you can see what I'm getting at here. So if the cryptos are going to pull back from current levels, it surely is from now around here, because the RSI has come here, seems to be showing signs of a stall. It's another way of saying if the cryptos are going to move higher, they need to clear these two RSI lines so that BTC and the cryptos at large can move higher. Otherwise, this is resistance for BTC and the cryptos at large. Let me clear all those lines. I want to show you how you can end up with the same conclusion from a different vantage point. And this time what we're going to do is we are going to draw a line as such. And what this line gives us is we get a break here of that sell-off period, and now this is turning into early signs of resistance because we are down for the hour. You can see it ever right there. So to clear this and to correct this, we would need movement above the black line. Remember, now there's also the blue line that needs to be cleared, and it can be cleared. There's nothing stopping it from being cleared. And then there's also the red line. All of these lines need to be cleared to the upside if BTC is to see some joy to the upside. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, which is as of right now breaking out on the monthly, or is attempting to break out on the monthly. For this to make sense, I'm going to use a simple single RSI line, and it is the following line. It is this line here. By the way, I hope you can see that for this very moment, ETC is pulling back on the 4 hourly ever so slightly right there with a little bit of a pullback down. And I want to show you where this could be coming from. Number one, it could be coming from this backtest line. And what this line gives us, again, as we saw with BTC, is there's a break here. Turns into a resistance right there. Hard to see. Triple top here, or triple backtest failure for these highs, and now here and showing signs of resistance there. So again, there is a need to clear this area. Otherwise, this becomes an area where expect to see a pullback and movement lower, and that could set the stage for a meaningful drop in the cryptos from current levels. One of the biggest movers that I'm aware of today is Dogecoin, of course, and it is up, was up about 16, 17, 18%, maybe 20% at the highs of the session. I want to draw a couple of lines here to identify why this could be an area why it is stalling. So the first line is based on my uniformity concept. We get a break of the RSI of the highs, And we know what happened after this reversal here. We saw a substantial decline in prices. Prices have come back again. Now, take a look at where the RSI is trading. We can see as of this moment, this is turning into uniform activity rejection. Hence, the method is called uniformity rejection. So again, to cure this, there's one way to cure this, which is movement above the red line would solve this current resistance. Otherwise, again, we see another chart that is suggesting that actually markets are now pointing down as far as the cryptos are concerned. And I'll show you how this relates to the US markets here in a little bit. So this is a level to watch for a potential pullback, in my opinion, as far as Dogecoin is concerned, which lines up with the other instruments we looked at, Ethereum and BTC. Now, we can arrive at the same conclusion that around here, there is a reason to suspect some stalling or a need to move above current levels. And it is pretty much going to confirm the RSI line, the red line. But I'm going to look at it from a different vantage point. It is this line here, which again confirms potential resistance here. So I'm going to clear all those things so we can see it clearly. Why not? All right, so take the previous lows, extend them out, something like that. You see how this connects to prior lows of the RSI, connecting pretty much to all these points. We get a break again here of that high resistance here, of that high resistance, of that high. And now, as long as that is resistance, then it means that there's a pullback in store for the cryptos. As long as that resistance continues, that is. The equation is now shifting to a move lower. Now, let's merge this with the previous line. And we can see that again, a need to clear these lines. Otherwise, your cryptos, the cryptos as a group, as a sector, as a theme in the market are pointing down. As I always say, these cryptos are not trading in a vacuum. They are reflecting the general stock market sentiment. If you take a look at S&P 500, and this is the 4 hourly, we can see it is down ever so slightly right there on the 4 hourly, and it could be confirming topside resistance there on the 4 hourly, tagged twice. And we can also use the lines we were using for the cryptos, which is the backtest line, which is this line right there. This line connects multiple points. Double bottom here, this double bottom, and pretty much most of these lines are on right here. Now, again, remember the market is aware of all these things somehow, magically. So we can see the S&P 500 also, as of this very moment, this very instant, is suggesting that we are coiling, pointing down on the pressures, on the odds for a pullback. And the way to correct this, remember, it's not that difficult. The way to correct this is we would need to see the market clear this price area, which is possible, as I stated. And it is also possible that we can clear these RSI areas for the market to press higher. Remember, on all of the charts, if not most of the charts discussed here, on the monthly, we have the markets trading with the RSI above 69.1, as you see with the S&P 500. When a market is above 69.1 on the monthly, it tends to favor upward price movement. So the potential for these markets to clear the discussed 4 hourly resistance lines is there, based on the power of RSI 69.1 on the monthly. Dogecoin on the monthly has an RSI of 96, which means a lot of upward power Ethereum has its RSI at 89. The power to the upside is there if it wants to take it, if it wants to clear those 4-hourly resistance lines. BTC is not above 69.1, but to correct this, it would need to move the RSI back above 69.1 for a wonderful recovery of momentum to the upside. And with that, this concludes the follow-up to this morning's video. Eric Muadhi with Muadhi.com. Love light, like love. Namaste.